Four State Night Files. Insomnia Rocks. Sam McDonald. Sam McDonald. Insomnia Rocks. Insomnia Rocks.
There are thousands of reasons you want to go to Missouri Southern. Start with the quality and value of your education at MSSU and add these. For 7 years in a row, a 100% pass rate on the National Radiologic Technologists exam. All environmental health grads pass the Missouri certification exam. The new Health Sciences building will be completed in 2009. Need more? See our website. Come on, join the pride. Missouri Southern State University Lions. Your university, your future.
Hello, Sam McDonald, Four State Night Files. The Spooky. That's the name of this episode. We're going to go all around the 4 states and find things that are haunted. Now, I do believe in ghosts. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a skeptical about everything, but some things I am. However, first one, we're going to do the cliche Joplin thing. I'm okay with it because it's the Joplin Spooklight, and everybody and their brother believes in this thing. We're going to go check it out. All right, the areas where Oklahoma and Missouri meet up anyway is just kind of creepy. So this road is just adding to it. This is the creepiest freaking road I've ever been on in my life. It's curvy, creepy, and I think I just saw a troll. The way you get to the Spooklight from Joplin is take I-44 to the Baxter Springs exit number 1, get off at State Line Road and head south, not the way of Loma Linda, but the other way. You're going to go around a bunch of curves, see a couple random houses and some trash on the side of the road, but eventually you'll make a right on East 50. E50. I don't know what the E stands for. I'm assuming it's East or extremely spooky. Oh, kitty cat. Oh. Kitty cat, move! Alright, yeah. So what we're going to do is find a spot to kind of set up shop and just look for this spook light. Considering we just drove over a pentagram on the side of the road back there, I'm a little spooked out right now. It's okay, though. I see houses, and there's some lights. Not a spook light yet. I think we're going to be okay. Maybe. Well, as of now, we are achieving the impossible. Hopefully, we're going to see the Joplin spook light. So, in preparation of this, I do believe you have to just sit around and look at stuff all night. So, I brought a thermos of hot tea and honey, improve my voice a bit, and try and see if this thing exists. So, let's wait. And as you can see, people out here come out all the time, and a lot of them have seen it, evidently. So they make each other markings on this road. If you can see this, it says spook light. So we're gonna hang out here. Hopefully they were right. We can see this thing. Can't find a spook light. Keep the cameras ready.
That's a sweet shot.
Take up some high school girls. High school girls on this?
Yeah, easy. Here you go, boys. Sit up and see if we can't find a spook light. Just keep the cameras ready.
That's a sweet shot.
Sitting here, and the way the story is supposed to work is that you have to be very quiet and you have to not have lights on. So we're using our night shot right now. We saw an orange light up the road, and I just heard a cow that way. So between the cow and this orange light we saw up the road, I'm going to go ahead and scoot up the road a little bit, go back further up 50, and see if we can see anything. Maybe this orange light is the famed spook light, or campfire from somebody who's hiding out from the law. I don't know.
There you go.
Whenever we do find the famed spook light, we're gonna dress up one of our cameramen like a chicken and make him chase after it. Dylan, you're up. Funny thing about it, everything down here looks like a spook light. There's reflectors, there's cows, there's dogs, there's airplanes, there's hotels, there's radio towers. Everything looks like a spook light. I've seen 9 spook lights since I've been down here. And what is your name?
Caitlin Wright.
Caitlin Wright from Miami.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing out here?
We just come out here to sit and sometimes look for spook light.
Do you believe in the spook light?
Yeah, I've seen it a couple times.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Where have you seen the spook light on this road?
The first time I saw it over there, and then the last time, where did we see it?
Actually, you saw it there the first time.
Yeah, it was like somewhere over there. And this last time.
Up there on the hill.
Yeah, it was up there on that hill last time.
So like this spot is where you were sitting.
Yeah.
And so what did it do?
It was like red and like flashed across the sky.
So it wasn't an airplane.
No, it was like.
So what do you
here.
So what do you think it is?
I have no clue.
Really?
Yeah.
Not swamp gas?
No.
I kind of got freaked out earlier because I saw the casino and I thought that was it. No. It's really bright and shiny. How often do you come out here?
Almost every day.
Really?
Yeah, we come out here a lot.
A lot. Every day.
Yeah.
Do you want to set up a lemonade stand and make money doing this or something?
Probably.
And what's your name?
Jessica.
Jessica?
Yeah.
And where do you live?
In Miami.
And you don't believe in the spook light?
No.
What do you believe this big ball of light is that bounces around is then? If you don't believe it, what is it?
I don't know. Over there?
But the highway's way over there. I mean, this is probably a solid 10 miles this way. So you've never seen it?
No.
That's why you don't believe in it?
Yeah.
But there's like numerous accounts that this thing exists. So
well,
you just...
supposedly, but nobody's like ever proved it.
All right, is it more of a spook light thing now, or is it more just kids being goofy and kids being goofy at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, there you have it, live in the field. Kids being goofy, no spook light, maybe. If you want to talk about creepy, this is on East 50. It's a pentagram that somebody drew in the middle of the road. That'll just make you a little bit nervous when you're driving down the road, I'll tell you that. What's back here? Cool with that. It says, "Smile, Jesus loves you." And there's some other more profane stuff.
There are thousands of reasons you want to go to Missouri Southern. Start with the quality and value of your education at MSSU and add these. For 7 years in a row, a 100% pass rate on the National Radiologic Technologists exam. All environmental health grads pass the Missouri certification exam. The new Health Sciences building will be completed in 2009. Need more? See our website. Come on, join the pride. Missouri Southern State University Lions. Your university, your future.
Whatever we deny or embrace, for worse or for better, we belong, we belong, we belong, we belong together. We belong. Whatever we deny or embrace, for worse or for better, we belong, we belong, we belong, we belong together. We belong.
Sam McDonald, 4 State Night Files, now seated with the owners of the Prosperity School Bed and Breakfast that is claimed to be haunted now.
Yes, we're kind of past the maybe, maybe not stage. We have determined we are actively, intelligently haunted. And intelligently means it's what is here can interact with people rather than just being like a place memory that just runs like a little loop of film. They do the same thing at
Right.
the same time of day. This can interact with people.
I saw a shadow figure run back, just come across the kitchen doorway. And I got up to see who was out here in the hall, and there was nobody here in the hall. And I thought,
Wow.
well, okay. So I checked the front and back doors, and they were both locked. That was the first thing we had.
And that is something that has been a repeating theme, seeing a shadow figure. We've had several guests report them, mostly upstairs in different parts of the building, and I have seen one in here in May. I saw one going across this wall behind us.
Wonderful.
So it's kind of good to keep track of what our guests tell us and to kind of look at it and see if there are some repeating instances, because you can eventually try to put together maybe some story as to what explains what you're seeing and hearing, like perhaps who it might be that is making the sounds or producing the shadows.
It's a huge building. What are the main spots in this house that you have seen things happen, or what are some of those things that have happened that make you believe this?
Okay, well, Richard has seen his shadow figure. I have heard someone on the stairs, clearly the sound of someone walking up carpeted stairs. This was middle of the afternoon. No one was here but the two of us. And I went and looked from the back of the hall upstairs and went around to the stairs to look, and there was no one there. And I waited to see if maybe he was moving around down here and might have come up part way, and to see if there was any explanation. And I came down after a little bit to check on him, and he was napping. So it was not Richard. And other times I've been upstairs in the room at the head of the stairs working on one thing or another, and heard the same sound of someone out in the hall, just somebody out there moving around, and once again, nobody there.
Richard, did you believe in ghosts before you moved in and had the experiences here?
Oh, yes. Yeah. It was something we've been looking at for a long time. We've been out looking around in other places that said they were haunted, and we'd go to them and check them out and see if they were or not. We'd have a good time.
But for the most part, I think what is here is people who were connected to the school, either students here or teachers, and we do have one that we think is the former custodian. He was actually we've been told by two of his grandchildren that he was the last employee of the Prosperity School District. His name was Walden Bullis, and he would come in, even after the school was closed, he'd come in through the back door, make his rounds of the building, and then go out the front. So he could be responsible for the shadow that Richard saw go by the kitchen, because it did come from the back of the building and go past the window. Maybe the sounds on the stairs. Richard and some of our guests over different times have detected very fleeting cigar smoke.
Cigar smoke.
In here.
In here.
And you guys have no smoking in the house?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
There's a cute
There's
sign
no
down by the
smoking.
door that says in like 17 languages.
Well, I had a really big Cuban I was going to light up here in a second. But I'm going to ruin the plan on that one.
I guess I could start with the most recent.
Yeah, you can go with those recent ones.
We had guests here 2 weeks ago staying in the room across the hall, and they were here because of the haunting and were up late and poking around. And it was two sisters and their husbands, and the ladies said they were drawn into this room because they heard a tapping sound. So they took some pictures, and she called me the next day and said, I have a picture of a woman in the mirror. And I thought,
Okay.
we get that all the time, and when you clean the mirror, it goes away. It's a funny little smear or something. So I went down and turned on the computer to look at what she'd emailed. I'll show you. I just have to show you.
Okay, that's fine.
It is a female figure. It is solid. It's not wispy, and it's like a person, but then it's not, because she looks very stark in that mirror. Now that is not an old mirror.
Right.
But these ladies apparently had
Well, I see a ghost of a camera crew.
little moving. We've had guests that have set up their own cameras and caught little spirit lights or what
Right.
have you. So little moving. We've had guests that have set up their own cameras and caught little spirit lights or what
Right.
have you. So
Wow.
yeah.
It's a beautiful room, too. Wow.
Well, thank you.
Can I move in? Or do you guys take permanent tenants? Will that work?
Long-term stay?
Well, I mean, I'm fine with some long term. I imagine you guys know how to cook, too, and I can't. So
Well, yes.
I'm just assuming this.
We cooked to start the day.
Wonderful.
Bed and breakfast.
All right. And I don't think this is quite my color or my size. This is a beautiful wedding dress, though.
Are named for teachers who are also sisters, Rose and Pink Saxton. Pink was Marie, but Saxton was her nickname, apparently.
Right.
and then Pansy Smith was a teacher here. The former owners chose 3 names of teachers to give to the rooms, and then the suite we were just in, they just called it the Prosperity Suite.
Wow. Do people book here just because there are ghosts?
Oh yes. It's a big draw for anyone who's interested in the paranormal, and we've noticed that has really picked up, not just this month because it's Halloween, but for the last year, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, we have some people that are so excited about it. They're asking about it before they quite get in the front door.
This is Nick Corey with Jasper Haunts. Mm-hmm. And he's going to try to give us maybe a demonstration, or at least tell us how things go whenever you're not in ghost hunting, but in the more, I don't even know the correct term for that. What would that be, the correct term for what you would do?
Just interact with the spirits.
All right.
Yeah. The first interaction here, I just spoke to him just like I am you. Asked him to show themselves. I said we could use a full apparition. That'd be a really neat thing to see. And that night we got a full apparition. So it's just about communication with anything. Mm-hmm. And patience. You got to give time for them to speak back. I use this recorder, this IC recorder, and I've been using this for 3 years to communicate. And you can actually get conversation back and forth. You've got to stop it and turn it back on, but you can hear what they're saying. And sometimes I can hear them with the naked ear as well. I think if they don't like someone's energy, they'll just be quiet. There will be no results. So I think the more comfortable you are when you're around a place that you know is haunted, the more comfortable they are with you. Because if you're afraid, then the negatives might feed off that or something. So I think it's just about, I tell people it's like interacting with people. They just don't have bodies. There's good and bad and everything. So they're people just like us. Right. And just, transition to another part of their life is the way I try to look at it. If they want to show, they will. If you capture something, you might not see it now. When you're looking through there, I don't see it. But when you go back through the footage, if they want to show themselves, they will.
Okay. So in all honesty, you would just basically sit in a room and talk like you would to your friend or to anybody else who's hanging out? Have you ever had a negative experience with anything such as this?
Yeah, not at this particular area, but one time I had a spirit actually throw me out of the shower. I mean, you're in the shower, wash your, and something threw me out of the shower. It was invisible force. I could not see it.
Wasn't an ex-girlfriend, was it?
No.
Okay. That could have been. Thank you so much for showing us all this, by the way.
Sure.
Very much so.
Sure.
And hopefully whenever we go and look back through our tapes, or if everybody looking at home right now maybe sees something, call us. We'll definitely come back out here and then shoot it again, see if it comes back a second time.
Yes, because you never know who's going to spot something.
Because you guys probably out there have seen it a lot faster than I have, I guarantee it. So.
Mm-hmm. There are thousands of reasons you want to go to Missouri Southern. Start with the quality and value of your education at MSSU and add these. For 7 years in a row, a 100% pass rate on the National Radiologic Technologists exam. All environmental health grads pass the Missouri certification exam. The new Health Sciences building will be completed in 2009. Need more? See our website. Come on, join the pride. Missouri Southern State University Lions. Your university, your future.
Whatever we deny or embrace, for worse or for better, we belong, we belong, we belong, we belong together. We belong. Whatever we deny or embrace, for worse or for better, we belong, we belong, we belong, we belong together. We belong.
Unfortunately, most things that are haunted around these areas, it's all urban legends and myths, and the locations of them are really never set down in stone because people don't want them set in stone and don't want people going there. However, for our purposes this evening, it's really working to a disadvantage because we don't know how to find the Hoffman Mansion. We just stopped at, I believe that was High Winds Casino, and had to ask the staff on how to get there because the directions we had got us within about a 20-mile radius, and that's about as good as we can get it. So from this point on, we're going to have to rely on what people tell us and how people tell us to get there. All right, we think we found the road, and it's got to be it because this is the creepiest road I've ever been on my life. If you think the spook light's creepy, come try finding the Hoffman Mansion. We'll have a complete set of directions for you at the end of the show, so you can get as scared as I am right now. See, the
disadvantage of having a map is that if you cross states like you do in the 4 states all the time, you never know if you're going to be in Arkansas or Oklahoma or Missouri. This one only is Missouri. This is the only one we have. If you look down here, it does not feature any of the roads that we are currently on. So if we happen to run right into I-44 for fun, we'll be okay. However, right now we're on County Road 652 East Jesus, and it does not exist on this map.
Nor does the town.
Nor does the town. Even the town we're in isn't even on here. Dun dun dun. Still don't know what I'm looking at. Alright, we drove down the spooky road for about 10 minutes. The directions we got were definitely not this far back. And we're going to go ahead and turn around, try another route. Yeah, it's freaky. I'm on the phone with the county police department trying to find it. Maybe we will. See, they'll get the camera guy before they'll get me because his window's open.
Oh.
It's a good idea. You like that, camera guy?
You know it.
Preston loves it. That's correct. My name's Sam. Sam. All right. Well, I really do appreciate it. What's your name? Valerie. Thank you. All right. Smoke them if you got them, boys. We're sitting here. Right on. And now we're waiting for the county police department to call us back, and we're gonna say hi to the crew real quick. Say hi to Preston. There's Preston right there. Preston's the strong, silent type. And there's Dylan in the back. Can we see him back there? There's Dylan right there. If he pokes me on the shoulder one more time on one of these creepy roads, I'm gonna hit him in the head with his own flashlight. This is the only protection we have this evening. This is how we roll in the 4-State Night Files, Molly Whopper style. Hope y'all like that, zombies. Mm-hmm. You shine some light in your eyes and then hit you in the forehead, and you'll probably eat us anyway. There we go. All right. Grab that. Let's see it. Sam McDonald. Hi, Valerie. Currently, I am at the junction of East 50 and South 62, or South 620, or excuse me, 625 or 652. There we go. So I'm at 652 and East 50. Yeah, there's not much left. They knocked down the building about 3 years ago. There's a graveyard there still, though. So it's on the left side about how far after the overpass?
About 3/4 of a mile. It is on the west side.
The west side.
The west side.
Okay. I do appreciate your time.
No problem. Have a good night.
Thank you, Valerie, so much. Have a great night. All right. We were looking in the right spot. We just never saw it. Oh my gosh.
Some B-roll, good old B-roll. Oh wow. There she be.
We can't go on the property, but if you can see what we have here, the structure itself was knocked down after it caught on fire in '98. So we do have the graves left over. Now, we're not going to be able to get close enough to see what they are because that would be crossing onto Indian territory, and we're definitely not going to get arrested this evening. That I know of. I mean, we might have... Oh, wow. And it looks like a smaller one to the left, I believe. You're not too sure what some of this stuff means, but everywhere we go, we see graffiti on the road around these haunted places. A lot of it probably is just kids goofing around. Back in that direction. All kinds of creepiness. Stone structures here indicate that this is where it's at. Obviously, this is the graveyard that's left over. That's the old gate entranceway to the graveyard, and the Hoffman Mansion would have been back behind it and to the right, I believe.
on that grave over there.
Oh.
That is a box.
It's a mouse, man. Are you shooting? How'd you get it? You hear him? You hear him? Over here. You hear it? Trust it, eat it.
I ain't that hungry.
What's your name?
Levi Owens.
Levi. How long have you lived next to Hoffman?
I've lived out here since I was born.
Did you ever have any freaky experiences out there?
I go in the back way when I come in here. Used to, because I've got permission to ride horses in here. And during the day, it's dead silent. No birds, no wind, nothing. Just silence. Here 6 years ago, 7 years ago, we had a spook house out here when the house was still up. 3 days before, every breaker blew even though they was brand new. Generators went down. We've seen, I guess you'd call them ghosts before out here.
Apparitions of some sort.
Yeah. And pretty much, back when I went in here though, I mean, the house was still up and everything, and not too many people got in trouble.
Right.
Out there in the graveyard somewhere though, they had bears back when the house was up and people was living in it. They had bears in the basement that they fed. And then the bears are buried out there. Local elders say that if you come out here on a full moon night, you can actually see a bear walking around inside the graveyard. Now, I've never seen it, but...
All right. Well, we came to Hoffman's mansion. We got a lot of background information on it. Took us forever to find it. It was really spooky in the process. Didn't even go on the grounds. We're here. This is it. Roll on.